Oh, what up, man? My brother, what's going on with you, man? Good morning to you. Man, it's a terrific Tuesday. Thank God we are still here. So good to be alive, man. It's never been a day like today. I mean, this is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Oh, my goodness. I'm just so super excited that I have another opportunity and attitude of gratitude this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you for allowing me to be here today to make a difference in the lives of others, to help others to level up. I'm so proud of what you have done for me, and I don't take it for granted because you have been so gracious to bless me. I am in a position to bless others, and freely has it been given unto me, and freely shall I give unto others. My mission today is to outgive you. And I know that's almost impossible. Matter of fact, it is impossible, but I'm going to try every day, because if I give, outgive, if I give and give and give, you keep giving unto me, day unto day, moment unto moment. Thank God I'm still alive. Grand rising to the official Empress of the Blues, man. Thanks so much for joining us on Instagram. Good morning to you guys on Facebook and also YouTube, broadcasting live for the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Got a special broadcast for you here today, because I'm going to get into a little stuff that ERGJ does that you guys just might know. And so you might want to tune in today if you have a desire to get rich, because I'm going to talk about some things that make it very simple. And I want you to understand that most of us make this thing called getting rich very difficult, and it's not. Getting rich is easy. Everybody put in the comments, so easy. It's easy. But the problem is we're complex people, and we make things all complicated up in here. We got to come up with all these different visualizations, all these different things in our head to make it so difficult. And the most difficult thing for most people to do is just simply start, because they messed up in their head. They got this thing, they got blockage up here, and we got to clear the pathways here today. So a special broadcast on how getting rich is so easy that I don't want you to make it difficult. All right. Hey, man, we're going to get right to this thing here today, because the kind of time I got is an hour of power, and we ain't going to delay. Man, y'all know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
New Black Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power, and we'll never give it up. Literature's for the masses. Where to put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he
TJ Lofton.
New Black
Thanks so much for joining, man.
You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. Yeah. We all just come together. There's no limit for us.
There is no limits other than what's going on up here.
Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
Hey, grand rising to you, billionaires. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. You put in a book, we absolutely will find it. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. That book there is a study of Black wealth. That book there is a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if, by the way, because I realize that everybody doesn't want to be rich, right? But if you do, I recommend that you begin by studying wealthy people. That's right, guys. You can begin your study by picking up the book, The Black Billionaires Club, by going to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com. That's right, theblackbillionairesclub.com. If you're going to start your study, why not study people that look like you, that have gotten to the place of uber wealth, right? I moved past studying millionaires. I study billionaires. Why? Because I am going to be a billionaire. Absolutely, man. Everybody put in console, don't get mad, get rich. That's right. Don't get mad, get rich. See, too many of you guys, you're getting mad about all the things that you can't control. You're getting mad about what the government has set up. You're getting mad about this thing called racism or white supremacy. You're getting mad about all that stuff, but you ain't getting mad that you're broke. Now, that could be a problem. I'm telling you, don't get mad, get rich, because once you get some money in your pocket, then you begin to buy up all the stuff that you're mad about. Oh, yeah, you get to have the white supremacy on your side when you actually giving them what they want, which is your money. So don't get mad. Get rich. Too many of us are talking about everything that don't matter instead of some of the things that do matter. And I'll tell you, one of the things that matter is what's in your bank account. I'm sorry to tell you that we live on this thing called Earth, this planet called Earth, and we live in a thing called society. And society is ruled by cash flow. Now, here's the golden rule. Here is the golden rule. Those who make the gold make the rules. Those who control the gold make the rules. Ask yourself, are you in control of any wealth, any gold, any capital, any prosperity here in this thing we call society? Now, we can go to a whole nother side, talk about the spiritual growth and the spiritual riches and all that stuff. But even if we talk about that, it's a good quote in the book says this: I pray that you would prosper as your soul prospers. So even if you do some spiritual development, there should be some fruits of your labor that comes through your reality. I pray that you would prosper as your soul prospers. So then I got to ask the question, is your soul prospering? Is your soul prospering? Because if it is, well, I pray that your reality, your life would prosper as well. Now, of course, money is the smallest, the lowest form of wealth. We're going to talk about that here today. Man, go ahead and the like button, the share button if you care, the like button, the share button if you care. Also, let us know where you're connecting from. We're broadcasting across the World Wide Web on YouTube, Facebook, and also Instagram. Want to know where you're connected from this morning as well. Grand rising to you billionaires. Why do I call you that? Because you're on your way to wealth. That's right, man. We're broadcasting here from Decatur, Georgia, where it's greater Decatur. Where are you connected from this morning? Let us know. Want to know how far our reach is this morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Miss Vivian Reed is up in the house. Good morning to you. Miss Yvette Goodrich, good morning to you. Thanks so much. Don't get mad, get rich. That's right, man. Antoine Lowry, thanks so much for joining us here today, man. Mr. Ryan Scott, I think you in Dallas or something like that. Good morning to you. Today's show is being sponsored. Of course, you guys can sponsor the show as well. You got something you want to bring on, you want the world to know, you want to do it through this platform, hit us up and we'll let you sponsor as well. But today's show has been sponsored by none other than me. I sponsor my own ish. That's right. ERGJ Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace where we specialize in Afrocentric home decor, natural personal care products, and also Black art inspired gifts. Where you can pick up, man. Again, we're going to go to the website, www.ergjblackbazaar.com. Click on this thing called the apparel, and you're going to find the shirt that I'm wearing today. That's right. Don't get mad. Get rich. Yeah, you can pick that shirt up at any point in time. I'm going to make it available in a lot of different colors, too. I just got it in black right now, but I work on that. As I work on that, we might get a pink one, a blue one, whatever the case may be. May you pick that thing up at ergjblackbazaar.com. That's right, ergjblackbazaar.com. Hey, man, I want you guys to remember this, that once you shop black, you never go back. That's right, man. Once you decide that buying black is going to be a priority to you, you'll never go back because you realize that we began to change this thing we call our community together. That's right. We change it together, man. Hey, we're going to get right into this thing here today as Black folk do read here on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. We got Fort Worth. Fort Worth, that's right, man. Brooklyn, New York is representing here today. Mr. Corey Bill, thanks so much for joining. KB Biz is up in the house. Thanks so much for joining here today as well. Hey, man, we're going to get right into this thing, man, with daily motivations for African-American success. That's right, daily motivations for African-American success by Mr. Dennis P. Kimbro. And here's the thing, guys. The key word to this is daily. Now, the good book tells us that, man, don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Now, some of you guys have heard that. Some of you guys have read that. But are you doing that on a daily basis? Matter of fact, it also says in the book, hey, meditate on my word day and night. That's a daily process. So it sounds like God wants us to take control. He says, hey, here's what I want you to do. I'm going to do my part. Will you do your part? Will you work on you daily? Everybody put in the console daily. Will you work on you daily? All right. Will you work on you daily? Here's our title of the day from one of the great authors, Black authors of our time, Mr. Dennis P. Kimbro. My kind of person. My kind of person. And here's our quote of today. It comes from Lena Horne. Y'all remember her, the singer? Lena Horne. And she says this, and I quote, God speaks wherever he finds a humble, listening ear. And the language he uses is kindness. God speaks wherever he finds a humble, listening ear. And the language he uses is kindness. Yeah, man. Hey, Lena Horne, you right about that. She's a goddess. I mean, if she just resurrected today, man, I'd be right there. Oh, Lena. Oh, Lena. Daily, right? Let's get right to this thing, man. Daily motivations for African-American success, man. Hey, motivations for African-Americans. So if you're African-American, this should motivate you towards your own success. From Mr. Dennis P. Kimbro, one of the greatest authors, Black authors of our day. Hey, if you see his name on any book, pick it up. Okay, let me just say that. If you see his name on any part of literature, buy the book. That's what I say. Now, I want you to read the book too, but first you got to buy it, put it into your library, put it on your Kindle, whatever the case may be. But Dennis P. Kimbro is the Black Napoleon Hill, and he's still alive today. So why not we make sure that we continue to support a brother that's changing our world on a regular basis. He's also a teacher at Clark Atlanta University. Motivation for today, let's get it. Kindness is the golden chain by which society is bound together. Every day is filled with the opportunity to be polite and thoughtful instead of indifferent and careless. Kind and gentle rather than difficult and contemptible. We can all look back at someone who, through the act of kindness, took special pains to help us out. Right now, I want you to think about a time in your life where you realized that you was at your wit's end, and God sent an angel with an act of kindness that helped you to get up, to get out, and go get something. Yes, Dennis P. Kimbro. Kimbro with Kimbro. Kimbro. A kindness done today, said the famed educator Benjamin E. Mays, is the surest way to a brighter tomorrow. One way to get along better in the world, writes Maya Angelou, is to be just a little kinder than necessary. Reverend E.V. Hill, pastor of one of the largest Black churches in the country, agrees. Don't expect to enjoy life, he says, if you keep your kindness bottled up. To be successful means performing acts of kindness. There's a fable about this idea of kindness. It features the sun and wind, who were engaged in a contest to see who could get an old man to take his coat off first. The wind blows fiercely, trying to loosen the coat, but the old man just pulls the coat tighter around him. Finally, the wind gives up and the sun appears. The sun beams a steady warm ray of sunshine down on the old man, who soon takes his coat off his coat to escape the heat. More and better things are accomplished in the world by kindness than by force. How many guys have heard the saying, killing with kindness? Right? It says it's easier to catch a bee with honey. Right? Killing with kindness. When we find ourselves most frustrated, it's often because we are trying to force certain things to happen. We're trying to force certain things to happen. Now, I'm going to talk about this in just a second. I'm coming back. Let me finish this section. But our own patient and steady desire to grow, fed by the love and kindness of others, cannot be stopped by anything or anyone. Our own kindness is a powerful force in our lives. It is like the tender flower that lifts its petals through the granite. Now, I want to come back to what he said. He said that when we find ourselves most frustrated, it is often because we're trying to force certain things to happen. Now, that immediately took me to a place where in my life, I was trying to force certain relationships. I was trying to force people to change. I was trying to force other people to like me. I was trying to force things that I couldn't control. And it got to a point where in my life, when I leveled up in maturity, and I said, you know what? Why am I trying to change things that I can't control instead of changing the things that I can control? Called wisdom. And you know what I began to do? I began to force myself to do what I know I should do. I began to force myself to take action instead of procrastination. I began to force myself to listen instead of talk all the goddamn time. I began to force myself to change. versus trying to force other people to change. The times in life when we get most frustrated when we're trying to force things to happen instead of letting it flow. Everybody put in the console, don't force, let it flow. Now, I'm telling you, this is so dynamic because as I talk about today and getting rich, I don't have to force anything. It just flows because I'm following, right, the lead of my Father, who came to me. He said one day, he said, follow me. And guess what I did? I said, yes, sir. I'm tired of doing this by myself. I don't know where the hell I need to go. I'm clearly not as smart as I thought I was. Let me just follow you. And ever since I made that decision to follow him and let it flow, my life has changed. My finances have changed. My bank account has changed. My relationships with other people, particularly women, have changed. Don't force it. Let it flow. Here's our affirmation today, beautiful people. Here's what you want to allow to take root into your heart, your subconscious. And then you can grow and develop this thing by repeating it over and over and over again until it brings forth a harvest into your life. Repeat after me. Official Empress said, because love is a positive, constant flow of energy and money is a constant flow. Absolutely. Instagram. Vivian Reed, Kanata, good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining. Mr. AV Knows, thanks so much. Peace and prosperity to your brother. Mr. Ryan Scott, don't force, let it flow. Miss Yvette Goodrich, don't force, let it flow. Vivian Reed, don't force, let it flow. Our affirmation of the day. Repeat after me. Today, I will perform an act of sincere kindness. Let's do it again. Repeat after me. Our affirmation of the day. Repeat after me. Today, I will perform an act of sincere kindness. Now, I think the most important word here is sincere. There's some people that do things with the idea of getting something back. It's not unconditional. It's not just genuine. It's like, no, I'm going to do this in order to finagle my way into this. That's manipulation. That's not sincere. That's not sincerity. So I think it's important, this word sincere. And I think it has a lot to do with just doing something without expectation of anything in return, knowing that you can't outgive God. So there will be a return, but it may not necessarily be from the person that whom you are actually doing something kind for. See, what I found in life is that I just give and give and give. As I serve and serve and serve, as I provide, some strange way, out of some place unknown, and I believe it's from the unlimited source, things just keep happening for me. And I don't expect it from you. It may come from you, but I don't expect it from you because I know where my help comes from. Let's repeat it one more time for the people in the back, the people in the way back. This time, I want to say it with some conviction. You want to make sure that the world knows you mean business. Our affirmation today, repeat after me with some force, put some bass in your chest, brother. Today, I will perform an act of sincere kindness. My kind of person. Daily Motivations for African American Success by Mr. Dennis P. Kimbro. Daily Motivations for African American Success by Mr. Dennis P. Kimbro. All right, my beautiful people, man. Hey, that was our affirmation appetizer before we get into the meat of what we're going to discuss here today. And I've got two different topics. Of course, we got to continue on in our journey into Black Fortunes, the story of the first 6 African Americans to escape slavery and become millionaires. We'll be finishing chapter 12 today. But I'm going to take about 15 minutes to address something that came across my plate this morning. And I realized that this is a problem that many people are having as it relates to getting rich. And so I said, well, let me just help the people out for a minute. And the reason why I can do this so freely and to the public is because I realize that it don't matter in what setting I do this in, no matter what setting I discuss this into, of all the people who will hear this message, only about 5% are going to do something with it. So I realized that I'm just sowing a seed today. For some, it makes no difference. I mean, those people ain't watching anyway. For others, it'll drop and you'll be like, oh, that sounded good. And they'll keep on going. You'll just let it go and you'll keep doing what you've been doing because that's what you're used to doing. For others, you might get a little inspired. You say, you know what? I'm going to join. I'm going to do something. I'm going to make the step. I'm going to take a step, right? And that's what those are the people who start but don't finish. But then there's going to be the very few who are going to take what I say this morning. You're going to say, finally it's making sense. You're going to take action. And you're going to finish what you start, and then you're going to have a harvest come so abundantly unto you. Because not only do you start, but you actually finish the project. Let me try not to cuss this morning, okay? Now, I ain't cursing, but I'm going to try not to cuss either. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Right, so Peter Grant said, you bring out the best, you bring the best out of me because I've been on the warpath all morning. Absolutely, man. So I want you guys to understand that getting rich is easy. I'm going to give you an example of how easy it is, but it really begins by opening up your pathways in your mind to understand that good things are supposed to happen to me. Everybody put that comments below. Good things are supposed to happen. So last night I was on a broadcast talking to my brother, and I told him, you got to understand, in the Black community, we accept poverty. We accept bad things. We accept bad neighborhoods. We accept these things. And because we have accepted it so long, it's become our reality. It's become our truth. But it's not the truth. The truth is that good things are supposed to happen to me. Good things are supposed to happen. And so I got a call this morning, and it was from a sister, and I think she may be watching. I hope she is. And matter of fact, it was two situations that happened yesterday. Another sister. And I'm in a position I can help people to level up when they get ready to get help. Okay, when they get ready, then when they are ready. See, the thing is that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. What's important to understand is that the teacher's always ready. I'm just waiting on the student to get ready. So when the student gets ready, then I will teach, because that means that the student is ready to learn. And what do I teach? I teach how to get rich. That's what I teach. So when the student who might be broke, who might need a little bit more money, who wants more income, and they're ready to learn, then I will teach that student how to get rich. Okay, that's just simple, right? That's what I've been studying. That's why I wrote a book called The Black Billionaires Club. I study money. You might not study money. You might study love. You might study fashion. You might study makeup. You might study, I don't know what you study. In the comments below, I like to know what it is that you study. Because what it is that you study, that means to tell me that you're probably an expert in that particular area. What is it that you study? Because, see, I don't have time to study everything. What I do study is how to get rich, how to fix broke. I don't have time to study everything, so that means that I would need to lean on you in your area of expertise. So in the comments below, I'd like for you to share with me, what is it that you study? What is it that you have become an expert in? Now, if you tell me that I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none, I will say, problem. That might be why you're not as wealthy. You don't have enough zeros in your bank account as you would like to have, because you're a jack of everything and a master of absolutely nothing, which means I call on you for general things instead of specific things, right? What is it that you have studied, right? Some of you guys have studied spirituality. Some of you guys have studied metaphysical stuff. Some of you guys have studied drama. You're an expert in drama. I mean, just to be honest. Some of you guys, what have you studied? Some of you guys have studied baking and all this stuff. What have you studied? Right? What have you studied that you are now consider yourself to be a little bit more informed than others, and we would call you an expert in that area. Although you might not think you're an expert, we would say you're an expert because you know more than me in that particular area, right? So Vivian Reed over here on Facebook said, man, health and wellness, herbs and oils. She studied herbs and oils, right? Vivian Roach said, I studied how to build wealth. I teach people how to income shift. Ryan Scott said, I've studied personal development. He can help people to develop themselves, right? And I can tell Ryan Scott, all the books he's been reading. So I had a contest about 2 months ago. And it's interesting. The contest was to give away a free gift, and only about 2 people participated, and one of those people won. So we finally got her free gift out to her, and the free gift was one of our black packs. So in case you guys don't know, on my retail side, and I'll show you guys this in a second, we sell black packs. We're the exclusive home of black packs. So this is a 16-inch black pack with obviously black art inspired gift that we sell on ERGJ Black Bazaar. It's been a real hit, and I've been telling people, hey, help me flood the market. We can get rich off this, but only a few people actually move. So some people don't want to sell backpacks. That's okay. But I do, and some other people do, and we getting rich together. All right. So I sent her this black pack, and what happened is now she's got a gift. She's excited, happy about it. And I help people to buy my products. Okay. All right. And she's excited about it and happy about it. And so she posted the picture on her Instagram, right? Or her Facebook or YouTube. She just posted a picture, or she might be wearing the backpack, or her child is wearing the black backpack. I don't know. Right. So then this morning she hit me up and said, hey, right. I think she got it yesterday. She hit me up and said, hey, how much is this thing? Because everywhere I go, people are asking me, where did I get it from and how can they buy it? Right. Now, when you get around the right kind of people, they see this as a huge opportunity, because if people are asking you where you can buy it, you got 1 or 2 options you can kind of do. You can send them somewhere as a referral, or you can figure out how you're going to make some money in this particular situation. Now, what happens here, what most black people do, is they send it off as a referral, because maybe they feel like I ain't in the position that I need to make any more money, or I'm just going to do a good deed to help somebody else make some money. And typically helping somebody else make some money is typically helping another culture help make some money. Well, this is a case, of course, she can send them over to me and I can sell another black pack. Great. But that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is share the wealth. Everybody put in the console, share the wealth. Share the wealth. So my response to my student is, well, hey, well, that's a telltale sign that there's opportunity there. And if people are asking you, where'd you get it from? A very good answer would be, well, hey, I sell them now. Right? Why would she be able to say that? Well, she's connected to the plug or the source. And we have a relationship where, yeah, I want to help you make money. That's the reason why you pay me. That's why, you know what I'm saying? That's why you're under my tutelage, to help you get rich. So I said, well, hey, now we just have to let them know that you sell them. So if they're asking you about this new backpack that you have, and you know that it's available for you to be able to get it, well, hey, why don't you tell them that you sell it so that you can make some money, right? So you want the wholesaler? Oh, come on now. You must have been following me long enough, Miss Official. Yeah, I put people in business. I'm just not in business. I build businesses through other people. So yes, you can wholesale. But it's a process, right? It's a process, okay? So make sure if you're interested, I'll tell y'all the process in this little second, because some of y'all still have not actually made a step. Y'all haven't. The biggest thing that I do is I tell people, once you take a step, once you take some initiative, and that initiative has got to be more than just I'm interested. That initiative has got to be more than just more info. I don't deal with those people because they never move. They never do anything. They just go on every post, every Facebook opportunity, and they put in the comments below, info, please. They put in the comments below, interested. I do not even respond because they're not committed. There's a difference between being interested and committed. A lot of people are interested in getting out of debt. Only a few people are committed to it. Understand the difference. Only a lot of people are interested in leaving inheritance to their children's children. Only a few people are committed to it. And so until you cross that river from interested to committed, I don't deal with you because you're a waste of time. You've been interested for how long? 5 years, 10 years, 2 decades, a whole century. Well, you ain't been here that long. Think about how long you've been interested in fixing your own problems, but you've never been committed to it. See, you're interested in the problem itself, but not committed to the solution. So I don't deal with interested people. They are a waste of time. And time is my most valuable asset. So why am I investing, right? I'm investing into my student. Why am I investing into my new student? Because my new student invests in me. So I know she's not about wasting time. She just needs a little guidance. Everybody put in the console, guidance. How many guys got a money mentor? How many guys got somebody in your life who can help you get rich? Think about it for a second. You got plenty of people in your life who will spend the money. Plenty of people in your life who will help you go broke. Plenty of people like that when you get there, they leave. How many of you got people in your life that'll help you get rich? I'll wait on that answer. Can you name one person in your life who will help you get rich? Now, the sad thing is we would think it would be our significant other, but many of us, that's not the case. Our significant other is just draining. They're just taking it. Every time you get a check, they go spend it all. Right? How many of you guys got somebody in your life who will help you get rich? Well, that's what I'm talking about, Mr. Fisher. Hey, it ain't, you got plenty of children. They might not necessarily be your own legitimate children, but you got plenty of children. We all do. We're all children, and we got children. Right? We got this thing called community. See, get quiet when I start talking about this stuff. Matter of fact, we lose people when we start talking about getting rich. When we start about spending money, partying, all that good stuff, oh man, they'd be like, yeah, tune in. Oh, let's go viral. Right? This is very interesting what we are in. It's interesting what we are interested in. This is why when you look at my my timeline, you see me throw stuff up that's different because I realize what Black people are interested in. And unfortunately, just be honest, most Black people are not interested in fixing the money problem. They're not interested in what we should be doing, what we could be doing with this $1.7 trillion of spending power. Not interested in that. Not interested in that. Right? That's right. Hey, Eric, man, thanks so much. Hey, that's cool. Hey, don't get mad, right? Get rich. Right? So here's the deal. So I said, hey, man, you you let them know that, that you sell them, right? And then now here's where we went. Here's where we went. So then this is where now once you are invested and you're like, yes, okay, I got somebody I can get rich with. I can fix this thing. Here's where the problem came. So now, because she's connected to the source or connected to the plug, now here comes all of the bright ideas. All right. Now, some of you, I want you to understand these bright ideas. You can get over consumed by the ideas. And because now God is open, you've opened yourself up to receive these bright ideas. Even ideas can overwhelm you. Now, this is what it looks like. Oh man, I could do this. Oh, I could do this. Oh, I could do this. And so you think about all these things that you could do, but yet you're not doing anything but thinking about what you could do. That's a problem, right? It's great to have good ideas. It's better to execute one. Let me say that again for the people in the back. It's great to have good ideas. It's better to execute one. So I gave her one idea, right? Hey, tell them that you sell it. We can get you some book bags or black packs or whatever. You can start selling them. You already know that people are interested. Now we got to figure out if they're committed to spending their money because, hey, they can talk about being interested in something. It's one thing to be interested, right? But then when you get it, all of a sudden you realize ain't nobody buying it. So they like what it looked like, but has anybody committed to actually giving you $35 in order for them to get one? Now that's what we got to get to. But for her, she was like, well, hey, oh man, you got those fanny packs, and those fanny packs will go well up here. I see that they buying them at the Chinese place for this much, and they will go well. So I was like, okay, well, let's start with fanny packs. Then she said, oh, man, do you think that we could do the black packs and put some stuff in it and do them as care packages and all that stuff? I said, hey, wherever you want to start, let's start there. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get her to start. She's still thinking about all these different ideas on how she can get money or get rich or be successful, but none of those matter without starting something. Everybody put in the comments, so start. So she's moved past the stage of being interested because now she's getting ideas. She's like, oh my goodness. Oh Lord, this could work. She's starting to believe. She's going past being interested in something into the state of belief. But now I got to move her past belief into action. Faith without works is dead. I got to move her into starting somewhere. Now, of course, you can't start everywhere because your capital probably is limited, right? You can't, you might not be able to do the care package because you got to get the bags, you got to get the stuff, and you got to get to somebody, you got to find buyers. I mean, you might want to start with fanny packs. You might want to start with black, but you got to get to the start. Right? So it's nothing wrong with all these great ideas. But my goodness, can we start with one of them? You know what I'm saying? Can we start with one of them? She said, start a local nonprofit organization, symbol of black back to the student. Well, yeah, you can do that. And here's the wonderful thing. Here's the thing about ideas. Okay? Here's the beautiful thing about ideas. Y'all got some great ideas. My question is, which one of those ideas is for you? Here's the problem with many people. You got great ideas on how someone else can get rich. What someone else can do as far as the work that they can do. It's all like, oh man, that's a great idea. Why don't you do this? So you're saying, hey, here's something, I don't really want to work on it, but I think it might be beneficial for you. When you got time, why don't you work on it? My question is, where's the great idea for you to do some work? That's where you start taking responsibility for the ideas that God is giving you. Right? You start saying, you say, what? Here's an idea for me to do some work so I can get rich. God just gave me an idea. Are you going to accept the idea that God is giving you? Are you going to accept this $1 million, this $1 billion, this $1 trillion idea? Are you going to accept this idea that can lead you to prosperity? Are you going to accept this idea that God is giving you, saying, hey, I got a plan, I got a hope and a plan for your future, a plan for you to prosper. But I just need you to accept the idea and put in the work. But you know what many of us do? We say, that's a great idea for ERGJ. Oh, that's a great idea for Ryan Scott. Oh my goodness, God just gave me a great idea for the official Empress of the Blues. Oh my goodness, God gave me a good idea for your brother, Eric D. Salisbury. Man, here's a good idea for you to go do some work. Right? Oh, Bethany Rucker, I got such a great idea for you to do some more work. But yet, meanwhile, I'm sitting over here not working. I'm thinking, oh, here's another idea. Oh, I could do this. Oh, Lord, here we go. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, my goodness. Right? So when I said to teach my student this morning, I said, listen, when you tell me where you want to start, and I'll help you get started. You tell me where you want to start, and I'll help you get started. Wow, I'm in a position, I'm already doing it. Just yesterday, I went out yesterday, man, I was going to sleep in yesterday. I was going to take the day off, knowing that I don't take days off because money always calling me. Then I got a call saying, man, I need to get 5 of them. I need to get three comforter sets or something like that. Boom, $140. I got another call right after that. Hey, I need to get 5 of those black packs. Boom, another $150. Man, let me come over here. I'm trying to get in the game. Let me get some of them oils. Boom, $30. Wow, that's $300 in 3 hours. And I was gonna take the day off, but it's hard for me to take the day off because money be like, ooh, it'd be like ringing my phone, ring, ling, ling. Hey, Evan. I'm like, what's up? Hey, there's money on the other line. Oh, what's going on, money? How you doing? You my best friend. Yeah, I want to come into your pocket, your wallet, into your bank account this morning. You got time for me? I'm like, yeah, I got time. Right? I would do it, but I would lose focus. See, here we go. See, I would do it. Here's the thing. I would do it, but I would lose focus on music. You see that? You see that? So official, what you're saying is, I would. I could. Maybe I should. But see, when you get around the right people, get around the people who can say, help you change that vocabulary, say, you know what? It doesn't have to take you losing focus on your music, because that music could be a pipeline into your nonprofit that you create. But see what I'm saying? But it's like, hey, I got good ideas for other people to do more work, but not me. Now, I'm not discounting the idea. I'm not saying that the idea isn't great. But you got to understand, I run 2 businesses and I run a club too. I probably have more on my plate than you. I'm doing this broadcast, right? But it's another idea for me to do more work, for me to get rich. I'm going to get rich. I'm on my path. I'm trying to help other people to decide that, you know what? I'm going to do a little extra work. Because why? Good book tells us that in all labor, there's profit. It didn't say in all ideas there's profit. It didn't say in all thinking there's profit. It didn't say in all talking there's profit. It said in all labor there's profit. Right? So you saying, hey, I don't own control rights to the music yet. That's a problem too. See, my question to you, Mr. Fisher Emperor, at this point, say, who you working with? Who is it just team you or team we or team, what's your team looking like? Because that's a problem. So you know the problems. You don't own and control the music. You just had a wonderful idea of what you could do to give back, what stuff the case may be, right? You're saying you don't want to lose focus on your music, right? It shouldn't take that long for you to get control of your music, whatever that is. Who's on your team? Who is talking to you? Who's giving you wise counsel so we can expedite that process so you can get your time back, so you can invest your time into more work so that you can get rich? Right? What's going on, Eric Salisbury? But we got to understand these things. We don't. Right? That Bethany said, man, many of us put great ideas, get great ideas, but never put the idea into action. Right? Can I say, hey, driving, so excuse my slow response, but what was my problem at first? I finally started with, I didn't say you had a problem. I finally started with tea cleanser and eventually added detox. Oh, you said that was your problem at first? Okay. See, I finally started with my tea cleanser and eventually added detox drinks, but I had to start. And I just sold both to my last passenger. Look at that. Now, this is another one of my students that's here, right? I got her to start. I mean, I don't know if I got her to start. She had to get herself to start. I was just an inspiration or some type of motivation to say, oh, wait a second. Let me get some clarity. Let me get a plan, and let me just execute my plan. All right, everybody put it down. So plan my work and work my plan. Right? Plan my work and work my plan. So you're saying, Miss Empress, that you don't have a team now. Your team was arrested. It's, I guess, arrested. I don't know. It's you now. That's the problem. You out there by yourself? You out there fighting the world? I mean, I know you're a superwoman and everything. You got the S on your chest. You out there? But I want you to understand. Here's the thing I want you guys, all you supermen and all you superwomen, I want you to understand. There's this thing called the Avengers, where all the superheroes come together. Can all the superheroes come together? Right? That's why we created the Black Billionaires Club. We got all the superheroes working together. We got the good, we got the Downer Club. We got Scott Savem. We got who else we got? We got Mr. Lowry in the house, right? We got the Nose team on board, right? We got Allison and company. We got all the superheroes working together. But we still got some of our supermen and some of our superwomen out there trying to fight by themselves. And we got a big opponent. I mean, that big opponent is white supremacy. That big opponent is 400 years strong. We got a big opponent. But yet all of our supermen, all of our superwomen, as it relates to this thing called capital in a capitalistic society, are all fighting by themselves. Oh, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to take over the world. Even Pinky, even the brain had Pinky. Now, Pinky might not have been worth much. I don't know how much he was, but you had the brain, but at least Pinky did some of the work. So Pinky would say, hey, Brain, what are we going to do today? And Brain say, the same thing we do every day. Try and take over the world. And Pinky was like, hey, I'm all for it. Let's go. So even the brain had support. Even the brain had help. Even the brain, although Pinky didn't do a whole lot of thinking, he did a whole bunch of working. And it's so good when you have a brain and you got people that support you and help you, your work, complete what you start. So every day your Pinky can say to your brain, you know what, brain? What are we going to do today? Because I'm ready to work. And then your brain say the same thing the brain say to Pinky every day. The same thing we do every day. Try and take over the world. Right? But will you connect? Will you collaborate? Will you get in rooms where you're no longer the smartest woman or man? It simply says that, man, if you're the smartest person in the room, it's time for you to find a new room. And I believe too many of you guys that are out there today, it's time for you to find a new room. How in the world can you level up if you're already at the top of your crowd? How can you level up if you're already at the top of your crowd? See, if you watch some of the episodes, not just the morning episodes, some of the stuff I do at night, and you see connecting networks, you'll see, man, wait a second. I mean, I know Brother Evan is kind of smart, but man, look who he surrounds himself with. Man, I surround myself with somebody like a Roberta Hosky who'll be on an upcoming show, Black Woman Wednesday. A millionaire in her own right, doing that thing up in real estate. And then I connect my network to her. Brother like Antoine Lauer that took her class. You start seeing I connect myself to somebody like Vanessa Braxton, who is creating her own, a Black woman who's creating one of the first publicly traded companies on the stock market, working on it right now. I ain't the smartest. I just connect myself with smart people. You see what I'm saying? I connect myself to someone like a George Fraser or a Les Brown or a Jim Rohn or a Dr. Dennis Kimbro. I ain't the smartest person in my room. Why are you? Why are you? I'm not the smartest person in my room. Why are you? Bethy Ruck said, man, what happened for you is actually happening to you. All right, focus. Follow one course until successful. Plan my work and work my plan. Plan my work and work my plan. Plan my work, work my plan. Plan my work, work my plan. Plan my work, work my plan. Did you plan to get rich today? Hey, it's a daily thing for me. Did you plan to get rich today? See, some of you guys, you plan to go to work. You plan to clock in. You plan to put in the 8 hours. You plan to get whatever that pays you per hour back. But then what happens after work? Did you plan that part? Did you plan to get rich today? If you don't have someone in your life, in your circle, that can help you get rich, you need a new circle. Would you agree that money, although we've been taught to hate it, although we've been taught to despise it, although we've been conditioned to repel it, although these things could be true, would you not agree that money is pretty damn important? Having it is pretty dang important. Matter of fact, a lot of the things, the disagreements, a lot of things that happen that causes confusion or causes separation, causes divorce, have to do with money. So can we work on fixing that problem? And I believe that problem is simply getting rich. Increase your income and then increase your investments so that your money is now working for you. We teach all of that. But you know the biggest issue? The issue is we can't get enough people who are committed to coming to class. Yeah, something you got to learn. The same way you learn how to hate money is the same way you can learn how to love money. Right? And let me not say that. I don't want you to love money. Right? Because the love of money is the root of all evil. I want you to appreciate money. I want you to love yourself enough to appreciate what money can do for you in your life, having more of it. I want you to love yourself enough that you begin to appreciate the things that you could do when you get more money. Right now, I want you to think about your dream, your goal, your aspiration, whatever it is that you have in your mind, you know that you've been called to do, you know you've been called to build, you know you've been called to start, you know you got this solution to this problem. And along the way, what you find is that you just don't have enough capital right now to finance your dream. You don't have no, I mean, you're like, dang, it's going to cost this much. You done did the research. You don't find, man, this school I'm going to build, or this college I'm going to start, or this grocery store, it's going to take this much money. And I ain't got it right now. Don't you know that you can get it? Don't you know that it's available? Don't you know that all things are possible to those who believe and are willing to put in the work? Don't you know you can start just from where you are to get to where you want to go? See, who knew it could be something as simple as starting with a book bag, which we call the black pack? Because it's not just the item, it's what changes on the inside, what changes here when you realize, wait a second, wait 1 second. All this time, for some reason, I have believed or I've been taught that the only way I can get money is to clock in on a job. But then when you start realizing, wait a second, wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Oh, wait. Okay. I had the job. I clock in. I thought that was stable. And I made $20 an hour. And I worked 40 hours at $800 for the week. And then they took taxes out, which is about 30%. So I actually, walked away with about $500. But then I went on weekends, I went to a little spot that I found in my local neighborhood, and I sold about 20 black packs in a day. I turned that $20, I turned it multiplied times $30. Shoot, I just made $600 on Saturday. And then you start doing some ear scratching. You be like, wait a second. Everybody put in the console, wait a second. Wait a second. I just worked 40 hours. 40 long, hard hours in a place I didn't want to be, across from my manager who I hate, in this cubicle with all these sick people who trying to get me sick. I got to play defense all day. I just did 40 hours a whole week, 5 days. And then I took my Saturday and I made more money on a Saturday than I made all week. Wait a second. Something ain't adding up. Maybe this brother, maybe he owns something. And what I do know is that more income is not going to hurt you. That's what I know. That's why I focus on. If you make more money today, it definitely ain't going to hurt. It can only do one thing but help. It can help you take care of that bill, help you keep your phone on, help you keep your lights on, help you put more into your investment, more into your whatever it is, your dream, help you finance your dream. What I do know is that more money ain't going to hurt you. It can only help take care of something that you want to take care of and pay for in your life. But see, in order for you to change, you have to change. And I think in order for you to change, it's a couple things you got to do. First, you got to change. You have to decide in 4 different areas, I believe. You have to decide what you're going to listen to. You have to decide what you're going to watch. You're going to have to decide what you are going to read, and you're going to have to decide who you're going to hang around with. You keep hanging around with broke folk, nasty folk, bad attitude people. These are the type of things that money stays away from. It connects itself to love, joy, peace, long-suffering, self-control. The fruits of the Spirit bring forth the fruits in life. Let me say that again for the people in the back. The fruits of the Spirit bring forth the fruits of life. That's why we can say that I pray that as your soul prospers, the fruit of your spirit develop and mature, that you would prosper, that you will have everything you want because you have the fruit that comes from the Spirit. And you brought what was spiritual into the natural, or was spiritual into this earthly plane, or what was unseen into the seen. You brought heaven down onto earth. See, most people can't talk like this. Because they've been going to church for so long, but they don't understand spiritual things. They understand church religion. They understand what is seen and how to act and when to stand and when to run and when to shout and when to fall back and when to lay out or whatever. They have been coerced into a condition, another brainwash. Instead of, man, I understand something from the Spirit. You'll hardly see a person with a bad attitude get rich. Why? Because people don't like them. You'll hardly see a person who talks negatively about everything, negative Nancy or Debbie Downer. You'll hardly ever see them get rich. Why? Because nobody wants to be around them. Your wealth, understand this, your wealth, your riches, your income, your profit, your increase is in the hands of other people. It's other people who are going to make you rich if you want to be rich. That's a simple fact. Your money is in the hands of somebody else. And what I do every day is I figure out how to get my money out of their hands not by theft, not by manipulation. I get my money out of their hands by providing something unto them that's valuable to them, i.e., something as simple as a black pack. See, money is simply more understanding that this is the exchange. Everybody put in the console exchange. The exchange of value for value. I exchange something of value, a black pack. It gives them black pride. It allows them to carry stuff with them. It makes their life easier, whatever the case may be. Or it just simply reminds them just how wonderful and beautifully made they are. And in exchange for something that I give unto them, they exchange their money back unto me. It's understanding money. A simple financial literacy, financial education principle. Now, if you want to learn more, you're saying, you know what, I need to get with this team. It's called Join the Black Billionaires Club. It's just that simple, right? You want to have access, you want to wholesale, you want to get rich together. It's called Join the Black Billionaires Club. You simply go to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com. When you get there, it's going to see a tab that says Join the Club. And then you just simply have to make a decision. I will tell you this, whatever decisions you made up to this point in your life, it's gotten you to the place that you are. Whether that's rich or poor, whether that's happy or sad, whether that's glad or mad. I'm telling you, don't get mad. Get rich. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share something that you learned today. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Black Forces today. We'll finish it tomorrow on Thanksgiving Eve, chapter 12. Okay, we'll finish that tomorrow. But I don't do this just to do this. I do this to make a difference. Right? I could be doing anything with my time, but you are important to me. Those who will choose to tune in. This is not going to be a show that 50 million people are going to watch. Why? Because 50 million people ain't interested in getting rich. This is a show for the few who are like, you know what? Damn that. Man, damn that. I'm done picking cotton. I'm ready to create the cotton gin. See what I'm saying? It's a transfer of understanding into the greater things in life. This is New Black Wall Street. The book club. Although it's just New Black Wall Street today, but we're supposed to do the book club, so we're going to say New Black Wall Street Book Club. Well, black folk do read. You put in a book, we absolutely will find it. And today, guys, we got our book from Dennis Kimbro, the Daily Motivations for African American Success. And I also shared just things from ERGJ because ERGJ wants to make a difference in your life to help you to have more, to be more, to do more, and for each and every one of your dreams to come true. But I will tell you this, in order for it to come true, you got to make it happen, Captain. You got to make it happen. Well, guys, I want to say thanks so much for tuning in to today's episode. And I want you to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
New black. It's the The New Black Wall Street Book Club. Wall Street. With your host, Evan Jefferson. Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now, you ain't got to leave the computer. But we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Book Club. Yeah. The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.